Despite Bethune Cookman being 1-4 so far in the season, Jackson State must not overlook them at all. In the quest to dominate, you must be the hunter. You must be the team to strike fear to opposing teams. There must be consistency. There has to be a regimen from start to finish to handle business and to play the right way. This is what Coach Prime wants his team to be. And I'll chime in.
Problem. Going back to the lab, as you said, you turn to the next week's game against Bethune Cookman on the road. You come in with a team that can do some things, but the record has not really showed in terms of wins. How do you continue to build on the consistency you talk about your team to get in there and do what you want to do offensively and defensively in this matchup?
Well, that's on me and the coaches. We can't allow, just because you play a team, that record does not indicate who they are. Bethune Cookman is a good program. They have a good coach. They have a good team. Don't allow the record to indicate what you think they are. They're much better than their record. Mississippi Valley, Coach Danzig, he's much better than his record. These guys can coach their butts off. So you got to just make sure you don't set yourself up for a tremendous letdown, because you got to understand, you're the dogs. Everyone is hunting you. You're the ones. You're everyone's homecoming. And you got to go out there and do what you got to do, because everyone is going to be up to play against you, because they're measuring themselves by who we are. I heard all last week, y'all ain't this, y'all ain't that. Well, at the end of the game, we was up by 14. That's what I saw. And we didn't really play well. Consequently, you guys forced us to not play well, but we won by 2 touchdowns. That's pretty darn good.
Good point. Thanks, Coach. Look forward to the matchup.
Thank you, my man. I do.
Well stated by Coach Prime. To be the top dog, you have to destroy your opponent. And this is nothing against Bethune Cookman. Shout out to Terry Sims and the coaching staff, the players. We know they have talent. They have athletes. With Bethune Cookman, it's all about finishing their games. That's their problem. They have to finish games. They have one win over Grambling, who is rebuilding. But there were some games where they should have finished the job, and then there were some games like Tennessee State where it was a blowout. And I know for a fact that Bethune Cookman is going to play this game versus Jackson State with a lot of emotion. They're going to be desperate. They're going to be desperate for a win. You can't even blame them. And then to factor in Jalen Jones, we're all human. When you play for a team that in your mind you wanted to be a starter, but it's very difficult when you bring in a talented quarterback like Shadir Sanders. And for those who have mentioned that it wasn't fair and all this stuff, let's keep it real. Let's cut the shit. If any SWAC school brings in a talented pocket passer quarterback in the spring, they're getting reps. They're going to be treated different than most quarterbacks. I don't want to hear about the earning and all that stuff, especially if it's the quarterback's son. I'll tell you right now, if there was a 6'5", 220, 230 quarterback pocket passer who turned down offers from Bama and other elite schools, they would be getting whatever they wanted. I truly feel that way. If they wanted to go to Alabama A&M, man, Alabama A&M would give them everything they wanted right now. Reps, everything. So I don't want to hear that crap about it was unfair and all this stuff. In my opinion, in that spring, the COVID year that is, the offense wasn't a great fit for Jalen Jones. I've said it then, he needed to play on a spread team, a spread offense with options to pass, to run. That's his fit, not an air raid offense. And you look at Jalen Jones, so far he's having a solid season. It's all about fit. Now, we all have heard, allegedly, that there was a rift between Jalen Jones and Coach Prime. And I'm not going to go in detail of it because it's none of my business or anyone's business. But I will point out that Jalen Jones, he will play with a lot of emotion in this game. And I think the coaching staff of Jackson State will be ready. Now, when you play a team like a Bethune with a rushing or a dual threat quarterback, what you have to do, you have to spy him. Coach Dennis Thurman's going to get that rectified and ready. So I don't have to worry about that. But again, start to finish. Handle business. See, here's the great thing about starting fast. When you start fast, you take the crowd out of the game. You take the sideline, the players on the sideline on the opposing team, you take that all out of the game because they're demoralized that they're losing by so much in the first quarter. That's what it does. And then you build on that to the second quarter. See, Coach Prime, he's not saying these things just to say things. He's not saying these things just to talk and hear himself sound good. He's sending a message. And he knows his players are looking at the interviews. He's telling them great things will happen if you have fast starts. NFL dreams, notoriety. You get that with total domination. Another way to establish consistency for Jackson State. Whatever the defense is giving you, take advantage of that. So if the DBs are playing a cloud coverage and not allowing the receivers to have space, but the tight end has space to get yards, give it to the tight end. If the defensive line is not stout and they're giving run lanes, give it to the running back. Whoever has the hot hand, give them the ball. You have a great defense. The offense job, this is when you have a great defense, though. When you have a great defense, all you have to do as an offense is control time of possession. Whether it's passing, running, whatever. If JSU does that, then they're in good hands. But shout out to Coach Prime for keeping it real. And here's what I have to say before I roll out. Coach Prime is a good man. You know why he's a good man? Because if it was me, and if anyone else can attest to this, if I was getting hated on this much and I'm helping everybody else out, I would just only help out JSU. If I'm not getting no respect, that's what I would do. But he's a better man than me. This is RawTruth Media, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. Peace and blessings to everyone that's tuned in. And y'all have a great day.